How are you, my friend?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fine. Um, I actually called you like a month ago,
All right.
and I told you like I want to stay anonymous, and I'm an ex-Muslim,
All right.
and we were discussing on like Jesus is like he was really peaceful towards his enemies. Like he said, love your enemies,
Hmm.
and you told me like it was beyond peaceful. Actually, I was contemplating those things. Uh, what would happen to those people who won't follow the teachings of Jesus?
You see,
Will they end up?
when we say Jesus love, said love your enemy.
Yeah.
The love always have a limit, which mean I love you, but you don't want me to love you. So then you deserve what will happen to you after. So when we
Like,
say, let me
okay.
explain to you, my friend.
Okay. Okay.
When we say that God he love us, doesn't mean that God he will not punish us. It doesn't mean that
Okay.
God he will not give us what we deserve. So God he can forgive you based on his love, not because based on you are good. This is why we say there is a forgiveness. So you commit sin against God, you do all kind of crazy stuff you do, and then you ask God for repentance and God forgive you. That is love. Then there's a time where no forgiveness is going to be given to anyone, because now you'll be given your time and you refuse to accept forgiveness as a choice of your own. So then there's a penalty, and the penalty will be harsh. So if you are saying to me, those who don't believe what will happen to them, I say to you, they will go to hell, as simple as that. Now, is sending people to hell
Okay.
is love? No, absolutely. It's not love, it's a penalty. It's an anger. It's a harsh punishment, but it's a justice.
But if a person doesn't like is like myself, I don't believe in Christianity, but I do good things. Like I don't want to do bad things. But
My
this is
friend,
the only thing.
let me tell you,
Okay.
this is your own logic. You can say, oh, this is not fair, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because okay, I am a person who don't believe in Christianity, but I'm not going around killing people, right? I'm not going around, etc.
Yeah.
But all of us we commit sin. You see, like maybe you think yourselves you are so good to be punished, but the fact is none of us is good. Are you saying to me you never commit sin, you don't commit sin? Are you saying that?
No, no, no.
Okay,
No. I
so the
didn't mean
point
that
is
way.
here is not only about harming people, it's about harming the gift of God which He given to us. Me as a Christian, I have a body, and this body is given to me from God. So I have responsibility to bring it back to Him clean as I receive it. I receive it when I was a child, a body
Okay.
of being pure. So when you bring that body back to God, because He will take it from you one day when your life will be taken to you, and your body is
Yeah.
full of cracks, full of sin, full of garbage, then it's like, let us say, okay, you borrow something and you want to bring it back to me. You lease a car, and then they say, okay, here there's a scratch, and here there's etc. And now we want to charge you. You say, please don't charge me because I did not really, I wasn't a bad person. At least I did not
Yeah. Yeah.
destroy the car. But still, you did.
You know.
This is not your car to
I
destroy it anyway. So this is the point. The point is justice is that God, He gave you life and give you your body, and then you did
okay.
not provide Him back what He gave you as in return. He did not say to you, go and live and be sinner. He said to you, go and live as holy, and you chose to disobey.
I get the point. I get but the point. You gave a really good example, but that works only for the humans because humans are capable of not forgiving one another. But he's God. He's like beyond of infinite possibilities. He could forgive his creation.
Hmm.
When we say humans, like you use an example of like if I use a car and if I scratch it and I give back to them and they will be like displeased with this thing, so they won't accept it because they are humans, and they some will forgive us because we are humans. We are filled with anger, we are filled with jealous
Hmm.
hatred, but the God is not filled with those things.
Okay.
So God is beyond something else because if he can't that when we say like God. His love is greater than every mother out in the earth. So how come the God doesn't forgive us if I don't follow His teachings?
Did you hear
Does this?
did you hear a prayer the Christian they have the saying it's called our Father art of heaven?
No.
This prayer they asked Jesus how to pray. Jesus he said to them, you pray like this, our Father who art in heaven, and then you have to say in the prayer, forgive to us the same we forgive to others. So the God of the Christians he made it clear that in order to be a person who earn forgiveness, you have to forgive to others. So he forgive you if you
Okay.
forgive. And here you will see that what you said to me is not right, because you just said that the God he should be more forgiveness or more forgiven. Actually, the God, our God himself, he made it a condition that we will not be in his heaven unless we forgive. So we ourselves is required to forgive before we can receive his forgiveness. Even we should forgive the one, even the one who will not go to heaven. So in order to receive forgiveness, you have to forgive to others
Okay.
what they did to you.
Yeah.
Now, here you
I
said
want
to
to
me,
confirm
hold on,
this.
let me continue, please.
Okay.
You said to
Okay.
me
Okay.
that God, he should be more forgiven. My friend, he is already more forgiven because look, he made a condition that if you want to go to my heaven, you have to forgive to others so I can forgive you. So the process of salvation is forgiveness. Even for the Christian themselves, they cannot be forgiven unless they forgive. How much forgiveness you want from this? Which means because now you are forgiven twice. If you repent to God, you made sin against two, against a man or a human or a woman or a
Okay.
child, and you made a sin against God. So God, he is making us forgive you for sin you did against us, and then by doing that we earn the right to be forgiven, which means God he forgave two sinners in the same time by doing that. Now he said to you, I want to forgive you and I love you, but you said to him, I don't want to believe in you, leave me alone. But yet now you are asking him to forgive you even after you insulted him and you said to him, I don't want you. Do you think this is fair?
No, 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 that's not fair that way. Yeah, that's
Okay.
not. But is it? I want to confirm this thing. Is this somewhere written in the Bible? Because I'm not sure about this. Like God loves you unconditionally. Is this written in
Yes,
somewhere?
unconditionally doesn't what doesn't mean yeah, you go and you kill and you rape and you lie and you sin and you
Yeah.
sleep around or you wish women they are not yours. The unconditionally here that I am going to do my best to help you. I'm not putting condition
Okay.
on you, but you have to accept me at least. So imagine I have a firefighter. He come to my house. He knock at the door. He say, hey, Christian Prince, your house is in fire. You have to leave the house right now, and we are going to help you to stop the fire unconditionally. I will charge you nothing. All what we need to do, give me your hand to save you. You say to him,
Okay.
no, get
Yeah.
lost. Sorry, I don't want to leave my house. I am here happy. I don't believe in you, and you can do nothing to me. And then your house catching fire, and you don't want him to help you. So why you are crying for being in the fire when you are the one who said, I don't care?
Yeah. Yeah. I get that. Actually, I want to have. I remember one thing on this point, and actually, it was asked to Zakir Naik, and he didn't answer the question. It was asked from an atheist. I think it's a really good question. I'm gonna ask you the same thing. When God didn't create this universe, doesn't even the time didn't exist. Nothing existed ever. So even before he even thought about this creation, he knew some of his followers. I mean, some of humans won't follow him. He could have saved them in the beginning, but he still chose to go with this creation, and he knew in the future that some of the people will commit sin, will commit crime, but he still wanted to do it that way. Why did he go it that way? Like he knew in the beginning, like some of his people will end up in the hell. He could have saved them in the beginning.
My friend,
So
In
yeah,
Islam, first of all, the Muslim
it
don't
was
believe.
actually Islam. From Islamic perspective, they didn't give any answer.
Yeah,
I want to hear
in
it from a
in
Christian
in
Christianity
in
perspective.
Islam, there is no free will. This is number one. And you actually
Okay,
you are created to go to hell before even you are made. You know, in Christianity, we don't have that. Jesus said, "Not everyone
okay,
says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do His will." Which means you choose to do His will or your will. But if you do your will, you are responsible for what will happen, the consequence, and that is fair, right?
okay.
If I go now, let us say, me and you, we are family, you know. Let us say, with my respect to you, I don't mean to insult. I am your father,
No, no, no.
and
Okay,
I say to you, if you trust me in my decision to do this, that's better for you. You say to me, no, I don't want your will. I want my will. I have different choices. And then you go, you invest your money or you do something and you lost. Now, is that my responsibility or your responsibility?
and that's fine.
Okay, so this is exactly, but in Islam, we don't have that. In Islam, it's not about, in Islam, God not only He knew the future, in Islam, God He wrote the futures before you are created to be to go to hell or to heaven. In Christianity, you always
Okay,
have a choice to be or not to be. You want to be with God or without God. So there is even people who say to Jesus, Lord, Lord, yet they will not go to heaven. Why? Because at the end of the day, they do not do the Lord will. They do their own. So by lips they worship Him, but by act they do against Him. So
okay.
if we go in the Quran as an example, if I ask you now, according to Islam, a baby child, should he go to heaven or to hell? What do you think?
It's a kind of confusing question because we don't know. He hasn't committed sin. He has committed any kind of
So what he
not
should do?
sin or any good deed.
So what is the logic you think?
Yeah, it's kind of confusing. I mean,
Should go to
I
heaven,
don't know.
right?
I don't know.
No, he should go to heaven because the
Yeah,
point of
because he's innocent. Yeah, he's
right,
innocent.
yeah,
Because for
because
that reason, he should go to heaven. Yeah.
the point of hell and heaven is you committing sin, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, a child who never commits sin, still in Islam, he might go to hell. When Aisha attended the funeral with her husband, and the child, he is a child of a Muslim family, and Aisha, she said, this child will be a bird from the birds of paradise. Muhammad, he said to her, peradventure, Aisha, it might be the other way. Because Allah created those who they are in hell to hell when they
Mhm.
are in the backbone of their father, and He
So
created
this is
those who will go to heaven when they are in the backbone of their father. So it doesn't matter you do sin or not.
okay. Okay. It's predestined. Okay, it's
Yeah.
written in the beginning.
So the
Yeah,
Muslim, they believe
from
in the
Islam.
predestiny in the way that you don't even have a choice. You see, it's not you
Uh,
who make a choice to be or not to be. It's what Allah He wrote for you. In Christianity, you have a choice. Yes, and by the way, in Christianity, we believe in something it's called predestiny, but this is in special cases, like God He chose me. I can say maybe God He chose me to do what I am doing now. But this is not
yeah,
about He forcing me. He chose me. He say, like there's a special relationship between me and Him. I have a passionate to serve Him. So, but somehow I am chosen to be serving God, but doesn't make me I'm doing something against my will. I choose, I agree with the will of God because God He said to us, go and teach, go and teach. Okay, so God He gave us an order, but I can say I don't want to teach, correct?
yeah. I am.
Okay, so He told me go and teach. Here we go. This is the order. Go and teach and preach. Okay, I say okay, I'm going to go and teach. Okay, this is mean I choose His will and I am just doing His will. But you will notice here that my will is in total agreement with His will because I have the right to say no, I'm going to go and watch a movie.
Yeah,
All right.
you are in.
So
You are in the channel.
yeah, so in Christianity, we cannot compare between Christianity and Islam for a very
Yeah, I get
simple
the point.
reason. In Christianity, always you are the person who choose, you know. And about forgiveness, you remind me of Jesus when He was on the cross. He says, "Forgive them, Father; they do not know what they are doing." What do you want
They were
more?
not doing.
Yeah. Imagine you are putting nails in my hands, putting nails in my feet, putting me in the cross. I'm bleeding and making fun of me, and then I say, forgive them. They do not know what they are. How much forgiveness a human being can take, but still they want to abuse God. And then they ask, okay, what kind of God is God? He is, you know, he says you have a free will, but if I don't agree with him, he will send me to hell.
Yeah.
But this is your choice,
Yeah,
you
this
know.
is up to me, my choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I get some convincing reply. In the end, I want to have this another question because yeah, I didn't get the point of this. Like you had this Old Testament and there was a New Testament. What is this about this Old Testament? I didn't get
The Old Testament
what is this
is a book, is a
update?
book of history, a book of history, and a book
Okay,
of God in the same time. Which mean people they went through many things in history, and this book contain a lot of historian or history stories about what happened to those people. So when God speak, God is talking. When man he talk, man is talking. You know, we as a Christian, we don't believe that when we say the Bible is the book of God, does not mean that every word there is written by God. You know what I mean?
okay,
We believe
okay,
like,
yeah,
okay, even in the Quran, I mean, but Muslims they refuse that because Muslims they are like solid like rocks when it's come to think. So when Shaitan in the
yeah,
Quran
yeah.
says that Shaitan said, is Shaitan talking? The Muslim they say no, Allah. I mean, why? Because this is Quran, right? But this is stupid of you
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say this is Quran saying. But just because for them they confirm that every word there is the word of Allah, that's mean even when Shaitan is speaking, it's Allah talking. Well, thank you very much. For us, we don't believe in that. When God he say, he say. When a man he say, he say. Like as an example, a man he come to Jesus and he ask him for something. That is not God talking. That's the man.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the man.
yes,
That's
it's
man.
written in the Bible. Yes, this is we consider as the book of God, but this is the man is speaking, and this is what he said. When God
So it's the
speak,
Old
God
Testament
is talking.
of man speaking. Yeah, it's only of history
It's what?
related only. I mean, you said the man talking, not Jesus, like in the Bible. Yeah, was it in the Old Testament or it's also in the also in the
It
New
doesn't
Testament?
matter where. Like you know,
Yeah,
when the book of Genesis speak about God speaking to Adam, Adam he speak. That's Adam speaking.
okay, okay. Ah, yeah, okay, I get it.
Okay, but
I get it now.
we say the book of Genesis is a worldly God, but this is not doesn't mean that Adam when he spoke he was God,
Mm,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. In some time, in some way in Quran, it mentions we, which doesn't mean like God is a unification. We like that, and that's like also confusing in Quran.
Well, the we thing in the Quran is madness because simply you ask the Muslim why Allah he say we, they say because Allah he speak about himself as majestic like kings, but that's mean Allah he is lowering himself here, making
Yeah,
himself look like king by using we. Is that how you make yourself majestic, by we? If you are the God of the
yeah,
universe, I mean, what we would do to you? That's silly, you know.
yeah,
Kings because they like to show off, you know, we are kings, we showed our authority, so we say
yeah,
we.
yeah.
Okay, we got that, but you are God. I mean, who is going to be in competition with you? Nobody. So what we for, you know?
We, yeah,
If kings they bow down to you, and why you want to say we? What that will make of you? Like you know, we is like we are many and you are a few. Okay, so we, so it's a sign of intimidation. I want to intimidate you by saying we are coming after you, you know. And you say, oh,
mm,
it's not one, it's many, we, you know. Same,
we, yeah,
yeah, same time, the Quran when he speak about we or I, you will notice the Quran sometimes say it is he. Okay, well, it is he or it is we.
sometimes you say it's mentioned there he sometimes.
Yeah, why if only it fit for Allah to be called we, why then he says it is he? So if we is the way to speak about Allah, Allah should not use he, because obviously it must
Yeah,
be insulting. It's not fit for Allah to say
yeah,
he. So and you notice here in the Quran, uh, when the Quran speak, supposedly Allah is talking, you will see that always speaking about someone else. Okay.
Yeah,
When you say it is he and you are he, I mean, how silly is that?
yeah. So it's a contradiction. Like he and we. What does it really mean then?
Yeah. What difference will make? You know, what difference is going to make when you say,
Sometimes, yeah, somewhere it is written like he, and it's like we. So what does it define?
yeah,
It doesn't
it's
serve
a
any
madness.
clear meaning.
So, my friend, after leaving Islam, and you said to me, did you leave Islam on air or because you have nothing to do with my videos? I forgot that because
No,
many
actually,
people they call
I
they
left.
talk to me. Okay,
Okay.
how you left Islam? You left Islam because of my videos or just a decision you made?
No, no, I left like it was like 3 years ago. I guess
All right.
4 years ago.
Okay.
Maybe I was watching like many videos like mistakes of Zakir Naik, but I did not. I just realized that Islam was false. I was watching David Buddha's video when he mentioned these verses, like a lot of things,
Hmm.
and I got confused. And slowly, I first started believing like they are like misinterpreting the things, like the Christians online. They want to show a bad side of Islam, but the scholar didn't came with the good answer. I went to the imams and they said the same thing. Yes, somewhere saying the truth and somewhere not. And later on, I realized it was a fake religion because mostly in the chapter 9, like it's the most violent religion, like killing people, fight Jews and Christians, and this was completely wrong. And that backbone thing, like in chapter 86, like the Siemens is like in the backbone, like that thing, and it was totally absurd. And slowly, eventually, I decided to leave Islam.
All right.
That's how it
My
happened. Like
friend, for
I
me,
just read the Quran. I just read the Quran.
hmm,
I think that if people start reading Quran, I think they will leave Islam or they will do jihad. If someone believes, it is my opinion. I think so. If people decide to read Quran, or either they will leave Islam or they will do jihad. I
right, I
think.
agree with you actually. My friend, I take the opportunity that you call me and I invite you to accept the
I
Messiah as your
actually get very
savior.
sad when I talk to you. I like listening to your debates, and I have a bit request when you try to show people like these Sahih al Bukhari verses like Sunan Abu Dawud, these any kind of these any Quranic verses. Please provide the chapter number also because I jot down those things
Well,
because I
actually, I always provide, but people they want me what? I mean to
sometimes you
post.
don't have some.
No, I do. Actually, it's very easy to find whatever I'm showing on the screen. Like right now, let us say I did not show you the hadith number. You can type 4 words in the same website and you will get the hadith. Very simple.
So
Or in Google.
what is the name of website?
Sunnah.com. You can type in Google because it still is going to show you the same. You see, Google, this is how it works. If you put five words from anywhere, it's
Yeah.
going to show you where it's coming from. Very simple.
Okay, it's from
So you
Sunnah.com.
can you can
It's
free
some.
you can freeze the video anytime, even if it doesn't show. Freeze the video. Go in Google, open a page in the side, type a few words exactly the same, and you will get the
Yeah,
same.
yeah. It
Very
will show
simple.
up that way. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
very easy.
I
You know.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your time. I mean,
My friend,
I get really
before
excited
you
about it.
go, I want to
Okay.
invite you to accept the Messiah as your savior. What do you say?
I cannot take that. Like I'm slowly learning about the
All
Christianity.
right.
No, I don't have a book. I live in an Islamic like it's like a bit
You do not need to have
Islamic
a book,
state
my
where
friend.
I,
You can read from the internet. You can download the Bible from the internet. You can read online.
I'm really thankful for that because I actually try to understand every religion out there. Like first was my own religion. I have not understood anything about Christianity, but I am trying to understand bit by bit because it in your like it, recent debate you actually were talking about the heaven of the Christianity, and you said you are free of the needs. I mean that was a really good concept according to I mean if you see the Muslim Islamic way of heaven, they have this 72 whose concept, but your heaven has the free will concept. You are free of the needs.
Yeah, this
That
is
was the
you
best
see,
thing
even
I
some
I
Christian,
have
by the
heard.
way, some Christian they read the same verses from the Bible, but they don't understand it very well because they are not deep in reading. So for me, when I read something Jesus said, I come right away to the conclusion that he is saying to me, "You will be freed of your needs." That's why he says he and she they will not get married. They will be the same as angels. We will not be angels, but the same. What is the same? What is similarity? Angels don't sleep, don't
uh,
eat, they
uh,
don't have sex, they don't
one,
get
one more
married, they
one,
can't
one
sick.
more thing.
Yeah.
I remember one thing. Yeah, you see, like people wanna do is, I don't know, like what is it like the reward that people wanna do good because only because of the reward just of heaven? They think if we do good deeds, we will be rewarded the heaven. Is it the good? It is only for the reward they do good things.
No, you see, in Christianity, this is not the reason to go to heaven. It's not about the reward.
So
Our reward, first of all, to be with the Lord Himself, and it's about love. It's not about. There's not. This is why there's no physical. There's no physical reward. So that here telling you that Christianity goes above the materialistic belief, material. So it's more of a spirituality, more of a high value, not about I will
mm.
give you God. Like when Muhammad he says you will be 10 times more rich than any king. This is silly.
Yeah, he used to
I mean,
give these like the
yeah,
reward kind
yeah,
of concepts.
yeah.
Like, so people used to do work for him.
Yeah, what I would do with the money in a place everything supposed is free there,
Yeah,
I mean, it's a silly. I mean, imagine you say to me, "I'm going to send you to live in a city. Everything there
mm.
is a free, including cars, houses, whatever you want to buy. Just take it, okay?" And then you say to me, "I will give you a lot of money," but nobody take money there. This is stupid. So,
Yeah,
so the you will notice that when we listen to Christ's teaching, you will see how deep, how amazing, how beautiful the thoughts and the wisdom. And when we listen to Muhammad speaking, he speak about penis. Your penis will not sleep, and your women, her ass will be 1 mile, and her vagina fit for that, and Allah will give you the power of 100 men. And I mean, what is that? This
yeah,
is,
a lot of things.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
these.
this is the language. This is a language fit for a person who is naive and he is into lust, into temptation. And for me, this is
Mm.
satanic, because this is how Satan he tried to take me down. Satan he tried to take us down by tempting us by things which by nature we like. We like sex, we like money, we like power,
Yeah, this is
we
kind of
like
bad thing.
authority. Yeah.
Lostness.
You see, Jesus in the Bible, he did wash the feet of his followers. If you step for a second and you say to yourself, okay, we have a person who is teaching his followers that he is God on earth, and he is going to wash the feet of his followers. And then when his
Oh,
followers they said, We don't accept you, to do that. I mean, this is not really this. You are our Lord, you know.
yeah.
And he said, if you don't let me do that, you don't belong to me. Here you will notice
No.
something, that the Messiah he have totally different value and totally different approach for what mankind should be about. You as
Ethics.
a
Yeah.
you as a Lord, you are a Lord by serving, not by being served. In
Yeah.
Islam,
But
it's
he
the
was
opposite.
serving his father.
You see,
Mm.
yeah, he is serving. You wanna follow me? In order to be follower, you have to be a servant. If you want to be a master, you have to be a servant.
Does the Bible have some science related kind of things, like scientific things in Bible? Like they claim in Quran, like we know these
Well,
things happen in the
yeah,
Quran.
well,
Does this
all the
in
Quran
the Bible?
science is a joke. I have a book,
Yeah,
debunking
it's
all of it.
actually a copy. It is
Yeah,
from somewhere else. Is it
yeah.
right? Yeah,
But
from the deep.
my friend, in the Bible, yes, but we who care about science? Because for me, I don't really believe. Maybe you will not understand me a little bit. Let me explain to you.
Okay, I will try to understand.
Science is a random practice. Is not really science. Let me explain to you. They discovered that antibiotic can fight a disease, correct?
Okay.
Okay, but they did not really make antibiotic. It's there. It's just discovered by a mistake, actually, according to what the story says. It was a mistake. They have a fruit which is some grow in it, and they noticed that this is what called antibiotic and can fight the flu and etc. And this is how they discover antibiotic, but they did not make antibiotic until now. Science science for me is learning language of what? Language of nature around us. So try to understand what is around us, and we try to use what is around us. As an example, electricity. Did
Okay.
science create electricity? No. Electricity is always exists in everything, in the trees, in our body, in the water, in everything have electricity. What we have a discovery that we
Mhm.
learn about it. Before we do not know about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it
So
because
we did not
we
make it
found a way
really.
to
Yeah,
create
we learn.
generate electricity.
Yeah, we learn the mechanism of electricity, and now we can even make it happen to generate more. So science is not really what some people think. It's about discovering things around us and using what is around us. But until now, science is very weak and cannot provide us with creating
Uh,
a human being from nothing. Can the
No,
science?
if you see from a science
Yeah,
perspective, like because science is based upon facts and religion is based upon a belief because you simply have to believe it. That's a thing like
yeah, but
separates them.
there is simple
Do you think
facts.
that?
I agree with you. Like, if somebody want to say to me the Earth is a flat, and then we have it in pictures saying the Earth is a flat, that would be stupid, right? But this is just a
Mhm.
discovery of what is around us. Is not really. I don't see it as a science, and so for me as a Christian, when the Bible says that Jesus was born without a father, that is not science. That
Um,
according to science, this is false.
yeah, according to science, it's like
Okay,
impossible.
so now science says so, and the Bible says something else. Which one I will take? For me, as a believer, I will take because we believe in something called
Yeah,
miracle. Miracle is something no science can explain. And actually, until now, there's many things happen in the field of medication or medicine, etc. Like somebody, a doctor, he go on TV and he says, this guy, his recovery, it was a miracle. We don't understand how he was able to survive.
yeah. I remember we talked the same thing on the
Yeah,
last
yeah,
and
so it's a
recently.
miracle. Why we call it miracle? Because we cannot comprehend. So there is things against science and
There was
against nature.
actually this thing. Yeah, I told you that when you said we cannot comprehend this thing, how he got saved, like miracles. You know, I'm trying to understand this thing. When you said like God did it because there was no explanation for this miracle to happen, as you even last time said, you were in an accident, in a car accident, and the metal of that car didn't even touch your body, so it was like a miracle, like you saved from a death. And you told me, and you said me, how could that have been possible? I mean, wasn't it Jesus? Like it was something miraculous. Even science cannot explain this. But I think when you try to say that God did it, you're actually solving a mystery with a mystery. Because if God was real, I mean, according to science, God is not real. Because we have not seen God. We just have to believe that He exists. I mean, if I use my own logic, like if there is like an museum in Germany, and I say you there is a man inside that museum, but you don't know, you have never seen the man inside the museum. You just have to believe it, like it exists there. So will you believe me at that time like
Yeah,
that
but
way? If I tell you,
for us as a Christian,
yeah,
it doesn't go this way because God, He came to us as a
yeah.
person. His name is Jesus, so we saw God. The Bible says that God, He humbled Himself, so He come in the image of a man, in the flesh of a man. So we saw God, and God came to us, and God is not a mystery no more. God humbled Himself, and He came to
Because
us.
your old followers saw him performing those miracles. You were not there. I mean, you have not seen Jesus in.
No,
This is
no,
the
no.
kind of troubling question.
Let me
Like, this
tell
is the
you.
most
Okay,
troubling question.
okay, hold on. I did not see
Yeah,
Jesus in the time he came, but doesn't mean that
yeah.
Jesus did not came, right? Secondly, I witness to Jesus every day because me myself, I changed. If Jesus is not true, I will not be me today. If Jesus is not the person who is exist, me myself, I will not be here. I will be watching my TV, putting my feet over my couch, drinking some tea, and enjoying my life instead of shouting and screaming with people, and people would give me nothing except headache and death threat. So Christ, you remember you said if you read the Quran, One of two things will
Yeah.
happen. Either you became a Muslim or you do jihad, you start
Yeah.
killing people, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So look what
I think
happened.
it's.
That means shaitan is exist because shaitan he convinced you to kill people in order to go to his place. That's mean God is exist too. I read my Bible. I became not a person who want to kill people, a person who is peaceful and he love people to the point he want to give his time, his life to save as many as he can. Most time they threat me, they want to call me. You can imagine how many death threat I get every day, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if you are in my place, you will be terrified. You will say to yourself, why I want to do this? I mean, this is really horrible. uh,
Yeah.
uh,
Sometimes I get into
I,
debates with
I
my friends
know
too, and
I know people,
then I
even they
feel.
don't even want to talk to me. Even they are Christian, they don't even want to talk to me. They don't want me to go even to go their house because they are afraid because I'm a Christian prince. I remember once a Christian family, they were watching TV, and then I spoke in the TV, and the guy he said, "Is this your voice?" You know, I said, "Yeah, this is
Mhm.
me." The second he noticed that it is me, the whole face of the family changed, and then I left, and since then they never said hello to me. You know, they never said hello
Yeah.
to me. Because they are scared. So what we do is extremely tough, extremely harsh. But yet, if not Jesus who is making me do that, I will not do it. I am I been I me myself I changed. I used to be a person who look for a fight. If I walk in the street, if I see two people fighting, I jump in the fight even I do not know who's fighting. So I believe that God is true and he changed our life and he make our life better. And always, if you want to seek to know where God is, he will present himself to you. But this is why Jesus said, knock at the door and I will open for you. But the problem is, I don't know if you saw a comedy show where a bunch of people they come to the elevator, and there was a
Mhm.
woman there, and then the guy came after, and he stand next to her waiting for the elevator, and then the third guy came, and the fourth guy came, and the fifth guy came, and the sixth guy, and now became 20 waiting for the elevator to come, and the elevator is not moving. But nobody asked the first person if she pushed the bottom of the elevator. She is not going upstairs. She is waiting for somebody to come down. So she did not push the bomb, and now everybody assumed that the first one he pushed the bomb. So you want the elevator to come to you, but you don't want to even to push the bomb.
Okay. Okay. Give me a suggestion. Like, how should I study the Bible? Like, it has this book Genesis, like, or the chapter
My
Genesis. How
friend,
should I start reading the Bible?
if you want to read about the history,
Yeah, I want to understand the Christianity.
yeah,
Yeah.
the history. This is you go from the book of Genesis, and the book of Genesis, by the way, like when the book of Genesis speak about how God created the earth. There's some they say, oh, this is literally word by word. I believe not, because if God want to speak about how He created the whole earth literally, He will give us thousands of books. Because imagine if we want to speak about how the eye function, there is like maybe 1,000 books to speak about it, right? I mean,
Hmm.
to finish to be a doctor, just to be specialized in the eye alone, you have to study tons of books. So when God he speak about the creation of the universe, he's trying to make it simple for us that I am the creator, I am the one who created everything. This is how it happened. So the books in the Old Testament teaching you about God, the establishment, his existence, and then the history.
Hmm.
If you want to read about, let us say,
Okay.
something will be, let us say, more practical for you today, I believe it is in the gospel, in the four gospels, because Jesus he came to the earth. You see, the Old Testament it was to prepare for Jesus to come, and now the Messiah he
So,
came. So for me,
so it was in the Old Testament prophesies of Jesus.
no problem. Yes, it is. But this is what I'm saying. So the Old Testament
Okay.
prophesy about Jesus, but Jesus came. So now
Yeah.
the Old Testament for me is enlightening about Jesus, but if I want to learn about Jesus, I better read Jesus. So Jesus, he came
Mm.
to me and he spoke to me by himself and he gave me amazing wisdom. So if you want to read the stories, which is will help you with your life story, you will find you can do it right now. You open any page in any of the four gospels, you will see that that story fit with you amazingly. After 2000 years,
I
a
will
book
try my
written.
best to understand. I will try my best to understand
Yeah,
those. Yeah.
you can open any page, just try it, and let us see if the page fit with you. You will see even this is how amazing is the teaching of Christ is. He came 2000 years ago, and now we are in the age of app and smartphones, and you know what I mean. It should not fit. That book should be old, should be like it's not qualified even to teach me about how to live today. But you will notice that this book will be qualified to be taught to you today and tomorrow and after 1,000 years from now. It doesn't matter how much technology you have, for you will notice that he speak to you personally in every statement in the book. So it's not just a speech of wisdom which doesn't make any difference for you. You will notice something unique, that it is talking about you. You will find something on you, about you, in that
I get.
story. And this is why I love reading what Jesus he said. I find always that he is speaking to me, even though, as you said, I never met him, but yet he is talking to me. Always you decide, you yourself, if you want to read just to, just to read. I mean, reading will not make any difference for a human being. But if you read to go in depth and to learn and to have a benefit from it, and then you will see that the Bible is speaking to you.
Okay. What about those people like some that believe like don't include me in this. I know a lot of people like who were born as an atheist. Like some were born an atheist, but they never read like any kind of religion, not the Christianity. Leave the Islam. Take like some don't even read Christianity, but they decide by themselves like what is right and what is wrong. I mean,
Yeah, as I
religion.
said, there's always your
To
decision.
me,
No
like
problem, no
to
problem,
me,
my friend. I
okay, okay.
understand your point, but as we said, if God said to me
You
any other
as you
way,
told me, like if you read Bible, it will help you a lot to face a lot of problems in your real life, and you will see a better perspective towards life. Like you mentioned me, like this way, yeah.
there's a
Am I
comfort,
correct?
there's a confidence, and there's even health issues. Even according to science, those who have a belief, they can fight illness a lot better than
Yeah, I
those who
have
don't
heard
have the
about
belief.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but in here, you will see that even the Messiah, he give us amazing medicine. As an example, the prayer I said to you, our Father out of heaven. When you forgive sin, you forgive what people did against you, even according to science, that those who forgive, they live happy, because simply the hate is not in their heart no more. A person who live with hate, he die with hate, and he will never enjoy his life. So even if you want to live happy, Christ help you to be happier. The real meaning of happiness will be coming through him. Now an atheist, he don't want to follow Jesus, and you are saying to me, well, he decide what is right, what's wrong. Okay, as we said before, everybody will take responsibility for his decision. So if there's God and you choose your own way, then God will punish you for choosing a way which is not his way. The free will is not absolute, which means you have a free will, you don't want to follow me, but this is the only way to save you. You say to me your way is better, okay, take responsibility for your way. As simple as that. So an atheist, he think he is doing the right thing, okay, good luck.
I get it.
You know what I
I
mean?
will try to understand. I will try to understand the scriptures, and if I find problems somewhere, and then I will call you.
All right, my
Okay,
friend.
if
Thank you
I
very
found,
much for
I will come
calling.
back to you. Yeah,
Take
yeah.
care. Take care.
Thanks for the
All right.
time.
Bye
Yeah.
bye.